and obviously right now is developed by, rather directed by a film student who had a short stint with video games before going into film full time. And the game looks something like this. Alrighty, it looks probably nothing like what you might have been expecting from my description. It's released only in Japan in July of the year 2000. I do have to give something of a warning before I begin. As this is a game about bombs, there are consequences for failure. And failure can come very quickly. But the biggest one is plenty of flashing lights. Failure is all but guaranteed because there is some degree of RNG here. So if you are affected by that, you must watch with discretion. Anyway, now that I have that, let's begin. Stories presented with slideshows. They look like this. Suzuki Bakuhatsu begins her day at 8:21 a.m. Has a strange vision. Oh, what I'd give for some sleep right about now. But as for what the storyline actually means, your guess is as good as mine. Not much is explained outside of these pictures. You do have to advance these slides manually most of the time. Special delivery. And I'm not skipping through these pictures quickly. Sometimes it just does rapid images like that. Suzuki Bakuhatsu, as the story goes, is the daughter of a famed bomb defusal expert, which means that she inherited his talents. The stages look like this. We have an overview of what the bomb looks like, in this case the orange, and not much time to dispose of them. You might expect maybe she has the assistance of a squad. No. She must do all of these herself. She is on her own. So we begin by opening up this orange and disassembling the parts as quickly and as safely as possible. Most of it involves unscrewing things and removing the obstructions therein, ultimately getting to the core of the bomb and cutting the correct wire. You can see here, blue. And that's the basic flow of the game. That's more or less the tutorial stage. Naturally, it won't be as clear-cut later on, as in the very next stage. You are graded by time and accuracy. See if we can finish with the SA rank. And that's the kind of world Suzuki Bakuhatsu lives in. When all you have is a screwdriver and a pair of wire cutters, everything is a bomb. In her case, literally. Here's the game's introduction. I'm not advancing this. There's not a lot of music in this game, because most of it is just the heartbeat. What music this game does have, though, is composed by the fantastic Plastic Machine, whom you may recognize from Game Center CX, among other things. I forgot my clock. Thank you for the reminder. I was in a hurry to go. I believe my time for that stage is around 37 seconds. I'll just explain that this is an all levels run. In the course of the game, however, you can only see 10 stages, so I'm going to do some saving and loading at specific points so we can see every bomb. And for those curious, Suzuki is played by model / actress Rin Ozawa. Not much is known about her not much has been written about her on English-speaking internet. Only 5 credits to her name on IMDb, and it does not include this game. Her Japanese Wikipedia page is a little more written about her. Like I said, everything is a bomb. It's just right out here in the park. 9:54 a.m. Now I know what you might be thinking right now. Suzuki's talents, clearly not to be messed with. Who are these people? Probably on your mind right now is, what if Suzuki Bakuhatsu had a gun? Never mind why, just what if. I did mean it when I said everything is a bomb. Yes, things explode inside the handgun, but this is no ordinary gun. Look at the texture quality on this PS1 game. Really nice looking, isn't it? This is how you maintain your guns, right? Just unscrew the bolt at the bottom of the barrel, and we can see the receiver right away. We'll just open this up. Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb. It's implied that this game takes place over the course of a single day. Started at 8:21 a.m., only an hour and a half later. This game also introduces obstacles like this. As you can see here, the scissors really want to cut at that blue wire, which clearly marked not to do. So we have to make sure we unscrew these in such a way that it will not make it there. Just follow these arrows. And we do exactly what they did not want us to do, which is cut that wire. It's okay, she wouldn't harm anybody. Now, the strange thing in this game is, in order to save after every stage, you have to do a QTE. Here the sign will give you an opportunity to do that. After that though, you need to react or you'll miss your chance. 6:37 p.m. 9 hours later. What were we doing all that time? What is she thinking about? You're certainly not going to get an explanation from her. We're inside an anime ending. It's 6:37. Trying to connect with an old friend. How are we gonna do that? So I can tell this is a year 2000 game. Or we're just gonna go inside her thoughts. So this is the first of, well, I don't want to call these puzzle stages because every stage is a puzzle, but we're not going to do much unscrewing here. We're just going to do something strangely abstract. We don't have our tools available, we just have to navigate. I'm going to just do those. Advance my way forward. Cut this wire. What we were supposed to do was explore around this phone to find what the correct answer was. We don't have time to do that though. That answer is constant. I stopped that in 8 seconds. And that's not my PB. I didn't get the rank SA for that. That phone won't do. Let's just use the booth. And that's the end of that arc. Now I need to start saving and loading. By the way, the command to actually save is randomized. You have to react to that. So I'm gonna save here. First 3 stages are always the same. Oh, you'll see about that. I'm gonna save here. Wait, what happened? Reset. What happened? It's the wrong save state. Right, I did have to use an emulator for this. I was gonna play this on real hardware, but my PS1 broke at the last moment, so I had to use an emulator for this. I'll just reload my save file. It's fine. I actually pressed the wrong key there. It's a good thing I tested that there. Okay. It's okay though, the first 3 stages are constant as I've mentioned. I'll have to get it replaced sometime. Couldn't get it replaced in time for this, obviously. That didn't actually do anything. I wanted to use save states though to mitigate RNG. Because some of the wire colors are... Oh, I missed it. Oh no. Some of the wire colors are randomized in some stages, and that won't do, because I won't have time to actually look for the answer that I'm supposed to the normal way. So I have a prescribed route here. I'm just going to follow it according to what I've written down. Time is now 2:01 a.m. You're given a choice of 1 or 2 stages at the end of each stage. And I've chosen to go up here. Why are we up here? What were we doing up here? How did we get here? And where's the bomb? It's the moon, right? Looks beautiful tonight against this abstract background. Nothing. Not all as it seems, though. Okay. We're just gonna unscrew the moon and see what's going on in there. As you do. And we have some screws to remove. I'm gonna do these big ones. And you know that's the correct answer because they really don't want us to get in here. Sometimes when you start removing a certain trap, you're given a secondary time limit of only a few seconds. Which means you know you're on the right track. We're just gonna unscrew the moon now and continue. And we're gonna start removing these series of screws. You have to start moving mechanisms around to expose screws. We'll also cover others up in doing that. Getting a little more complex now. There are hints taped around various parts of the bomb. We don't have time to read those. We have to use caution now. You see that PCB on the bottom? If those 2 switches make contact, the bomb will instantly detonate and that is game over. We need to avoid that. These screws first. And turn this way. So that pinion does not touch that. Now there's a wrinkle here. You have to cut one of these wires when it's not active. Hopefully it's this one. It isn't. That's what I meant earlier about failure having consequences. No more moon. I hope we can recover from that. And I did make sure to wait until that wire was safe to cut. RNG determined that wasn't the correct color this time. I'll just do this again. It doesn't take long once you figured out the solutions.
Yeah.
You may be wondering at this point, how is this game obscure? It was published by Enix. It was published in July of 2000. The PlayStation 2 was already up by that point. You know what else is already up by that point? The little game by one of the rival companies at the time. One that you're gonna see later on in this marathon. Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Final Fantasy IX came out the same week. That didn't do anybody any favors at Enix, I don't think. But the presentation of this game is just... I really wish we could have seen more games like this in the years following. Something like this in the DS, I think, would have found an audience. Especially like how you see the tool at the very top, transparent like that, letting you know exactly what you're doing no matter where you're doing it. Too abstract. She's not defusing a bomb inside the moon, she's defusing the moon itself. Use a little caution here so I don't get the instant detonation. Thankfully, the wire colors do not change when you retry a stage. So I just had to be careful when I cut the red one. You say VR, but... well... some stages will make that complicated. Also mention, I took notes on what the wire colors are for every stage. They don't match this time. It's okay, we're still on SA pace. The moon is safe. Let's have a snack. And that's all that needs to be said about that. We'll just continue on Main Street. Okay, where are we going next? About 10:29. We'll go there later. 10:12. It says later that day or the day before. It's not clear. I'm thirsty, she says. Let's take the train. No, we're just out here. I don't like to hazard a guess as to where this could be. All this way just to get a coffee. An iced coffee. But wait. No. And the coffee stage is another one of these abstract stages. We're not going to use any tools here. Coffee stage is something akin of a slide tile puzzle, closest you can get to a game like this. What we need to do is navigate these screens. It will not explode. It will explode. It will not explode. It will explode. It will not explode. It will explode. It will not explode. Indeed it won't. Just make sure you move in such a way that you'll get the non-exploding message before you cut any wire. And then you can drink your coffee.
Super.
Oh, that was fun. I'm tired now. Let's go home.
セーブしない？あ、行っちゃった。
Okay, enough of that. $11:58 p.m. What is she doing out this late? Hope she's not gonna get into any trouble. Hands off. Remember I said earlier that she's not to be messed with? No, she's just gonna spend the night in here. What are Suzuki's senses going? But on what? Oh, she's seen the light. We have 9 minutes for this stage. This one's gonna take a while. I'll do my best to explain my way through it. This thing. How many bomb defusal experts does it take to change out a light bulb? Let's find out. We better carry not only a screwdriver, but this stage introduces a new tool as well. First we gotta actually get in here. Open this thing up. The gimmick of this stage is electromagnets, carrying these metal balls in place. You need to turn them off. Break open that glass case. We also have to work with electricity now. Turn this motor so we can continue. And here we have a new tool. We have to make connections, splice these wires using tape. All the way out here for some reason. If that electromagnet turns off, the ball will touch that PCB and we die. So we need to screw that thing closed to make sure that keeps a connection. So we can remove this metal cover which was giving conduction previously. If we had not turned that metal pin, that connection would have broken, the electromagnet would have turned off. That would have been the end of us. So we just gotta put these two wires in this order to make sure the ball goes where we want it to. Make a connection there, and we can continue. I think this game should have been on the PS2. Just for the higher visual quality. Not entirely sure full FMV would benefit it much. What we can say? Turn this off, lights out. so we can expose that screw.
Oh,
By the way, when I turned the lights out earlier, did you notice one of the wires was glowing? Gotta avoid that. One on the left was lit up.
Sugoi.
ジーンズ、お前一人で大丈夫か？
Sexual speech in this scene.
すいませんデカ長、お願いできますか？
大体のことは分かった。
ね？どう考えても正当防衛でしょ？
ああ、ぶっ放してよ。
お前もそれ食ってさっさと帰れ。
バキュンバキュン。
Still have no idea what they're going on about though. It still doesn't make much sense.
セーブしない？
But she's at her prison, presumably for good behavior.
あ、行っちゃった。
I couldn't find any information on who these actors are. Let's see, next stage. 9:23 p.m. Speaking of rock musicians, enjoy the hot jams. Yeah, does anyone want to guess where the bomb is here? So, who brought this thing in here? There's a bomb in the jukebox. If not for the fact that she knows there's a bomb in there, she could have just smashed it with her guitar and continued with her jam session. But no, we need to do this properly. So where's this bomb? She didn't bring her tools. I'm just gonna go here, find whatever's causing problems here. This thing. Go inside the groove. Knock it off. Well, that's taken care of. And they were never heard from again, I guess.
セーブしない？あ、
At least it confirms that Suzuki actually does have friends. Last we'll see of them in this game, though. 7:43 p.m. This is the longest stage in the game. I might mess it up more than once. It's also one of the most bizarre.
入場料1500円になります。 いやー、お客さんはラッキーだ。今日は大物ゲストが登場するんですよ。
I should get front row tickets, or... No, she's actually performing in her instrument of choice. The internal combustion engine. I hope you know how to play this thing. We have 10 minutes for this stage. We're gonna use a lot of it. My brother's a mechanic. He wouldn't lose it if he saw this. Stage begins once I connect this wire. There's a lot of moving parts. I'll speak as much as I can. We'll go down here, make sure this connection is made so that we can keep the connection there happy. We have another new tool, the wrench, which is just another screwdriver, really. She has an audience for this one. Anyway, that cover's open. We have to go deeper. Just trying to think about what you're looking at. It's an audience to this. So I just gotta turn this on and off so that these cogs are not covering up the screw holes. Might take me a couple tries to do this. So I don't know what the timing is here, if there is any. Okay, that should do it. We can remove these screws. So this mechanism is... There's a streamer up there and I have to make it push the open sign. And just close that up, make sure that piston does not touch the instant detonation switch. And close this so I can suck the air out of that. Plug that up so we don't lose too much of our progress. And then close that back up. Come on. And we can continue. And we have to remove this thing before time runs out on the top left. Each turn of those screws there reveals another screw. We have to go even deeper. Okay, we just have to remove all these bolts and mess for our lives. As far as I know, this is the only game like this. Will I make it? Just in time. Yeah, that's that block out. It's not even the most difficult part. Remove these. How did she get out of there? And that's that block of the engine removed. We don't have to worry about those electromagnets anymore. And we undo this part. A lot of it is just mashing. We don't need to go in here. We'll go in here instead. So what's this? We are currently in danger. That bullet on the bottom left and the bottom right. If it touches the PCB, we're through. But the solution to this is very unintuitive. In order to solve this, we need to put ourselves in more danger by increasing the output of the engine and going in here. that accelerates the timer. We needed to do that so that those fins will make contact with the outer ring and keep that electromagnet connected. Now we're safe. Couldn't tell you how long it took me to figure that out. One of the most unintuitive solutions there. But now we can remove this screw and continue. And there's the core of the bomb finally. Now, is the wire I have written down the right one? Okay. Because after one of my notes proved to be wrong for this run, I'm on edge. You lost time on there, but that's okay.
皆さんお元気ですか。早速ではございますが、私から皆様にメッセージを送りたいと思います。人は歩みを止めた時に、そして挑戦を諦めた時に年老いていくのだと思います。この道を行けばどうなるものか。歩む中で歩めば道はなし、踏み出せばその一足が道となり、その一足が道となる。迷わず行けよ、行けばわかるさ。ありがとう。
I don't know who this dude is, but no idea who that man is, but he's clearly esteemed if he can just drop the mic like that at the end of Suzuki's performance.
セーブしない？
Still not gonna save.
あ、行っちゃった。
So about the stage selection of this game. We're now on stage 8. 5:54 p.m. is our next destination, but once midnight becomes available, next stage is the last. So we need to make sure to load after this stage. There's more after this. Suzuki at home, I think. And, the Kotatsu is broken. What are we going to do? I think this dude is her brother. No, she's gotta do something about it herself. Or you'd think. No, this is another strange stage. It's story time, but I don't have time to read all this. It's a lot of Japanese text. All you have to do is just read this fast as you can. And I'm not aware of any translations of this, so I hope you can speed read. I think something important is actually being explained here. I couldn't tell you what it is, though. This is a speed run, so I apologize that I'm not giving anyone an opportunity to read these. And there's the core. And let's just cut this one to continue. It showed a cross-section of Jupiter. Because at the end of each stage you see the exploded parts of all the bomb that you disassembled. But you get less than a second to appreciate it.
すごい。
This is top grade presentation. And we rarely get to see games like this. This is why I think we should have another game like this on the DS. I think it would have worked out. Some kind of conversation here with the mother. I don't think that Kotatsu's getting fixed.
セーブしないの
Now, since the next stage is the last, I need to load. The texture quality is really up there for PS1 as well. This is a very late PS1 game, so it's to be expected. Even the screen here.
あ、行っちゃった
Back at 6:37 p.m., we're gonna take the other stage that was available to us. Let's see, 2:15 p.m. Suzuki is late. Oh, she seems to have fallen. Where did she know? You didn't watch your step. First one's a doozy. So, is this a metaphor for something? I'm actually not sure. A train crossing of the mind or something. We're not even sure this thing exists. It's gonna go right under here somehow.
回す
If they have 5 minutes, just kidding, we have 18.
回す
They'll just do that to you further in you go.
慌てちゃダメ
Okay. Never mind all of that.
うるさい
This stage introduces yet another tool, the hex wrench, which is again just another screwdriver, but for specific parts. Gonna move these gate parts one by one for some reason. Yeah, I guess that's what I really want, another Trauma Center game. Wait, to say that's not happening anytime soon? So, another hazard here. If that hammer makes contact with the pin on the left, it will also make contact with that PCB that instantly detonates this bomb. We just gotta be careful when we unscrew these. Is this the correct wire? Okay. There were 2 Trauma Center games that involved bombs. Maybe that's what I want though, just games where you use mundane tools to do very unusual things, but still in your line of work.
すごい
So here's a question though, for those who played the original Trauma Center and Second Opinion, which one had the better bomb stage? And she's past that crossing.
セーブしない
So here we need to make sure to save, so we can get more stages.
Save しない 行っちゃった
Okay. Let's see. 10:29 a.m. Alright, Burley, let's get something done this morning. She put the tape in wrong. Should also emphasize that clang. Also emphasize that it may look like the stream is lagging, but no, these slides just advance at a strange pace. "5 minutes to open up this cassette tape and remove the bomb inside." How does it fit? We're just gonna start back here. 5 minutes. Just kidding, 24 seconds. Come on, it's 10 a.m. I don't have time for this. Okay. By the way, the actual magnetic tape part, that's a lie. We're just gonna do whatever this is. Now we have cogs. Okay, just gotta move these cogs to expose the screws inside. Oh, by the way, this jingle here, does it sound familiar? One she's singing throughout. It's played a few times before. It's kind of a leitmotif for this game. Okay, need to be careful here. Move these screws. Careful. Be sure that pin does not make contact with that PCB. Oh, wrong way. Very nearly avoided danger there. And greetings everyone from that raid. I'm just trying to get rid of some bombs here. That line's buzzing. That can't be good. Okay. Easy to miss that first time you played that stage. Get to the shop. We need a new tape. I don't think she got a replacement for that. Okay. Then we load. Because the next stage is available are ones we already played.
Save しない?
Back at 2:15 p.m., let's take the other route at 11:42 in the morning. Is the final twist about the game itself as a bomb? Well, let's not think about that right now. Let's just play ball. Current team is not in a good position here. 2 strikes, 3 balls, 2 outs already.
Time.
She's just hanging out watching the ball game, and now she's pinch hitter. Better do something now. No, that's not fair.
ストライクバッターアウト試合終了
That's not fair. He's cheating. I wasn't ready. Where is this? We're gonna take it out on this pinball table. My PlayStation exploded before I put this in. This is why I have to emulate it. So, for the pinball players here, this is how pinball works, right? Here's the back box. Just a clock. It's actually 4 a.m. here right now. There's the ball. So we need to do maintenance on this table. This is how you do it, right? Remove the legs first to reach the back box. I do work at a bar arcade, but I've never had the chance to actually look at the pinball machines there, so I'm just assuming this is how it works. Remove the base. Maybe reach in here so we can remove the screws holding the back box closed. Stop me if any of this doesn't seem familiar, because I really want to know the process.
脳天
Then we remove this part within 23 seconds. You're with me, right? I mean, I know these things are a lot of maintenance in terms of the essence, but... Okay, that ball's on the go. We better hurry and move these screws as fast as we can. Not that fast, though. If any conduction takes place, we lose. Just move it in this order. The ball's almost there. Okay. Now we're at the core. It's another... the one here where... Also a little bit of a delay. Let me cut that line, and my solution I wrote down is not correct this time. Some consolation is, if you make any mistakes, at least you get a FMV showing what it is you did wrong. Let's do this again for anyone who missed it. I don't know what causes those pendulums to swing, just maybe the rhythmic action of the threads on the inside or something. It just makes sense the first time it happens and you just accept that you're not supposed to do it again.
脳天
Yes, for those wondering, this game came out in the year 2000. After the PlayStation 2 was released. And also the same week, their rival at the time, Squaresoft, released Final Fantasy IX, which may explain why you haven't heard of this game before if you haven't.
ロン
It's also an art game. Also a point against it in terms of exposure. Also, time to point out is there are 3 difficulties to this game. Easy mode gives you more time overall, and some of the obstacles are slower. Normal gives you the regular time limit. Hard decreases the time limit, but also adds more time pressure points where you have to unscrew the things as quickly as possible, including from the very first
嬉
stage.
しい
Let's try this again. Cut this line this time. Okay. Well, you know. I mean, not the same target demographic, but certainly it didn't help any. Releasing the same week as a really, really big RPG. As far as the story goes, it still isn't making much sense just from looking at it. Maybe it's just up to interpretation. Get everything this time. Hey, there's the moon. Just where we left it.
セーブしない？あ、今。
The wire PS1 had a wire maze puzzle game. Irritating maze. It's 3:24 p.m. Let's watch TV.
はいというわけでエニックスカウンターのみんなちゃんとチェックしてんのかよというわけで今週のトップ3の前になんとピックアップアーティストのコーナーです
今回はだってフォーリンラブが赤丸急上昇今週第11位の河合リカちゃん
イエイやってますねかわいいというわけでリカちゃんはこのだってフォーリンラブがデビューシングルなんだよね
そうなんですよ。
フレッシュデビューです
フレッシュです
よ来週にはねトップ10内だね頑張ってもらいたいね。
そうだと嬉しいんですけどね。
絶対入ってほしいですね。
もう応援してくれてる皆様のためにも頑張りたいと思います。
俺もがっちり応援するからさ。
ありがとうございます。
あんまり応援しすぎないようにね。そういえばねこの初めてのコンサートがあったということで、こちらはもう大成功と聞いておりますけれども、やってみてどうでした？
はい、すごく緊張したんですよ。はい、もうドキドキで、はい、でも
ちょっといやらしいわ。
あ、やばい、世から入ってます。
気をつけて。
はい、気をつけます。よ。
ごめんなさいね。どうでした？
でもやっぱり小さな頃から歌を歌うの大好きだったんで、
歌手になりたかった
歌手になりたかったんですよずっと。だからもう夢が叶った感じで。
夢が叶ったのよ。羨ましいわ。
まだ叶って
本
当に嬉しかったです。
そういえばね、リカちゃんはね、長野県出身ということで、なんと実家がお蕎麦屋さんだそうよ。
そうなんですよ。
すごいじゃん。お蕎麦食べてるからそんなに肌のツヤがいいんだ。
うるさいな。
The TV is exposing things that we're probably not supposed to be seeing.
実はゆうさんそうなんですよ。
でも駅前なんでしょ。
長野の駅前に。
なんていうお店なの？
やぶそば本店です。
マジで。
もう
あんたちが本当に本店なの？
本店ならしい
みんなよく本店ってみんな言うんだけど、あれは本当なのかしら？
そうですよ。やぶそば本店にもうリカちゃんのうちのお父さんがね、お蕎麦打ちながらリカちゃんのポスターを貼って応援してるから。うちの親父のためにも頑張ってよ。
頑張りますよ。
リカちゃんのお父さんもいっぱいきっとポスターとかをね街中に貼って応援してると思うからね。
本当だから
そうなんですよ。
だからもう頑張って1位を目指してよ。
頑張ります。
それじゃあ曲のスタンバイをよろしくお願いします。
イエーイ、リカちゃんよろしく頼むぜ。
頑張ってね。
イエー。それでは河合リカさんで今週赤丸急上昇第11位のだって14 Love いってみましょう。どうぞ Here we go! Yo yo!
We're just here in the TV now. It's we're here for a reason. The bomb is in her ear. So inside this Rika lady, we have to solve the nature of her soul or something. I have no idea where to start with this. Alright, to just get my inputs better. These screws finally. Don't got time to read those notes. Like this. They found us. We have to do this fast. I actually don't know why it does this. There's some complicated series of scissors here. Same as from the first stage. Just gotta unscrew these in such a way that the wires here don't get cut. Let's make this one. Just monitor that, okay. Should be safe to do this. Okay. Kinda complex, but if you memorize the order there, you can do that faster. There's another thing. That ball made of something. We can't let it touch the top. It's not going yet, though. It is now. So is this going to be correct too? No. Okay. You see someone use a bomb and they're like, please defuse me. Why don't you wait until the end and see just how true that holds? More hot jams. Song sounds a little familiar, doesn't it? This has been NX Countdown. Okay. We'll save again. I could just advance to Main Street manually, but I like letting the time run out. Let's see. 3:16 p.m. So what were we doing just minutes ago? Suzuki is in hospital. She's in traction. How did she end up here? No, it's lunchtime. Looks innocent enough. Where'd they go? That's a bomb. How do you not believe this? That's a bomb? I think you should be used to it by now. It's just a really weird day overall. 2 minutes. We won't be here long. This is a really easy stage though. could read the clues and notice alternating between mentioning the things being red or blue. But as you can see, we don't have to pay too close attention to it. Y'all let to bring your own bombs. Who's gonna tell you no? It's just always just the 1 grain of rice in the micro bomb. Take a guess. That's all there is to that stage. So, that's how she ended up in traction? Just on the beach?
セーブしない？
And I'm gonna do the last load of this run. We're just gonna go straight to the end from here. Hmm.
セーブしない？
All the way down Main Street. Okay, so 11:39 a.m. Another strange stage. It's very different from the ones that came before and will come later.
鈴木様、お待たせしました。
And she's got a package.
はい、かしこまりました。
It's unprofessional of them. Is gossiping about the person who just came in.
かわいそうに。
Oh yeah, she's had it with this. Well, like she'd get away from it all. How convenient. But this poses a problem.
おお。
かわいそうに。
なんだどこの野郎。こうしてやる。
Suzuki Bakuhatsu has gone renegade. Who are they gonna deploy to fight this new threat? Just the invincible robot Gunder. Sing along if you know the words. It's more like photo shoot than filming. That's what it seems like. Presented by Alex.
絶対許さない。
As a reminder, we are the evil robot. Gunder is the enemy. We have 1 minute 39 seconds. It's exactly 99 seconds. This is a boss fight, the only one in the game. It is also completely random, so if I'm gonna lose a lot of time, it's gonna be here. I just have to make a bunch of moves and hope it works out for me. It's published by Enix, developed by Saul. We don't have a lot of development credit to their name. I just have to destroy Gunder before time runs out. On each tree that doesn't end my way, I lose life and time. There is nothing that can be done to make this go my way. It's all random. Very possible I'm gonna lose a lot of time here. It's not looking good. I just gotta issue a bunch of commands as quickly as possible and maybe I'll win before time runs out. No, I'm not gonna win this. Well, I wasn't a 1cc before, but now it's really not. Try playing this in hard mode, it cheats. By which I mean, just doesn't give you successful trades most of the time. We're just gonna keep trying until we win. It says it's a bomb, but it's different that we're actually trying to make this thing explode. Already, I'm dying. I don't think Suzuki is very good at being evil. Either way, we don't want these bombs blowing up on us. Making some headway now. I like how choosing your moves has the same sound effects as using your tools. Good way to tie it together. Okay, I think 1 or 2 more good hits to fill it in. And thus the invincible robot Gundar has been rooted. What does that mean for the city? I'm still on the loose.
Sugoi!
もう交代の時間過ぎてるじゃないのよ。私もロボット乗りたい。
We're just gonna make it somebody else's problem, I guess.
わーい。
セーブしない？
No one's gonna press charges, I guess.
あ、行っちゃった。
Last we'll ever see of those people in the introduction. 1:18 p.m. It's another really long stage. I'm not skipping these cards, by the way. It's just naturally lasting a few frames each. I feel like I have to say these things because I thought I was accidentally pressing buttons when I saw these scenes for the first time. We're out on the beach again. Hopefully nothing weird will happen. Spoke too soon. "10 minutes on the stage. The ocean." And to begin the ocean stage, we're gonna play a little dungeon crawler. Something's blocking our path. Gotta find out what it is. It's a mine. We're gonna use another new tool. Fire the torpedoes. Gotta find out where this bomb is. We're gonna just keep blowing things up until we find it. No. Going this way. This part has a lot of lag, so it's natural that you drop inputs here. We are underwater after all. And with this, let's see our tracker behind it. The exploding submarine. We're gonna just open it up. Hopefully the crew inside doesn't mind. Look at the bolt. Flies out like they're also torpedoes. That's a good detail. They made sure not to miss that. Long. I think at some point you can just use your hands to unscrew that. Okay, then we have to do a lot more unscrewing here. Move that plate holding the two halves together. Just gonna keep removing these plates till we can get inside. There's also a new hazard here. Screws are holding hammers in place. If they fall, they're gonna touch things we don't want them to touch, so we must prevent that at all costs. First thing is move this screw here. Move that, so the hammer falls and doesn't advance to the next one. Because they're gonna press an instant detonation switch if we allow it to. This screw first. Okay. If I had let that rack and pinion fall, that would have been the end. We can just remove these two. That hammer just doesn't connect to anything. And we're already at the core. Is this the right one? Okay. Explosive decompression. I don't know if you've realized it by now, but Suzuki Bakuhatsu's magic doesn't even affect her somehow. Who's this? She was late to something. Got distracted by all that fun in the ocean.
Save しない?
You're gonna like this next stage.
行っちゃった。
Okay. Next stage is midnight, so we have to go to the other one at 6:27 a.m. Only 2 hours from now in my time. This is like a Gap commercial, isn't it? Bomb is her shadow. And the shadow, the true self. It looks like this. So, I just need to access these screws here. And this one's a little bit complicated, so I need to use that to make sure contact doesn't get made. Wait. Okay. I had to time my rotations there so that those hammers do not make contact. Heartbeat's going faster for some reason. You have noticed the scissors was trying to aim for the line on the left. So we cut this one. Again, no explanation for any of this. It's an art game after all. Developed by a film graduate.
すごい。
That's the end of that.
セーブしない？
Now we're on to the final stage, which we saw a glimpse of earlier. It is now midnight. Oh, what I'd give for some sleep right now. No time for that though, we're on a boat. They actually got two dudes, I believe from India, for this one scene. This is a stealth mission, weapons and equipment OSP. Oh hey, there's some stuff right there. Gear up. It's time to get going. This is the objective, right? We're trapped. You didn't check behind you before going in this weird, undecorated room. So we're in the brig now, we gotta get out. Right, we did have a gun earlier. It was a bomb. The receiver contained a bomb, it was no good. We're just not gonna pay attention to any of this. We have to pick the lock. But instead of using picks, we're gonna use a screwdriver. So we just have to turn these tumblers in such a way that they expose the screws inside. Like this. Okay, that was easy. We have to go deeper. This one's a little bit tricky. We have to make sure this tumbler does not make contact with that PCB on the bottom. Let's see. This. I always get tripped up on this for some reason. Go the other way. I have to go the long way. Here's the last one, the chorus above. Wrong way. I'll just hurry this along just a little. You can see that Scissors is heading for the blue wire. But the answer is red.